Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, How to Stop Manifesting Separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading, tapping into your person and channeling through their honest, real, true thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection. So keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading. You guys know the deal. Whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, and I'm going to be adding more to that $25 category. So see which ones fit your needs, you guys. We're going to get right into your guys's reading. You were drawn to the natural... this is citrine, but I'm hearing another stone wanting to come through. Malachite. You guys may want to check out the healing properties of malachite, because that for some reason that stone's wanting to come through, but this is citrine. Natural citrine, okay. Let's see, what is the overall energy of what your person... Ooh, grief. That's why that malachite was wanting to come out. Yeah, I do have a malachite stone, but it's kind of far away. Okay. Definitely look up that malachite stone. It may need to be worked on or worked with in regards to this connection. Let's see, what else do we have here? We got the Page of Cups in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse, the 7 of Pentacles in the upright position, and then we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Pile 1, your person is in a space of quiet mourning and in a reflection about the connection with you. They might be or may have suppressed their emotions. They may regret not showing up more emotionally. I should say maturely. Regret not showing up more maturely when it comes to their emotions, like maybe, you know, not expressing themselves. The Page of Swords, oh wow, the Page of Cups, there's so much energy kind of popping through. Listen, there's some unspoken messages here. There's definitely maybe some regret over some things that your person has not said that maybe they wish now that they have said. Your person might be spending some time in reflection over what they have, the energy that they contributed to this connection and how it's been showing up, okay? And there may be a little bit of suffering and silence too. The Nine of Swords showing up here is in reverse, and so that energy is like weakening. So they might be starting to emerge from a period of high anxiety. I am feeling like there is a process of grief that is actually being gone through, okay? I'm not feeling your person stuck in it. I actually am picking up on both Hermit and Hanged Man energy. So your person is actually somehow, way, shape, or form moving through the actual process of grieving, which is clearing out a lot of that energy. Your person is not in any kind of a headspace of apathy or moving on. This carries a heavy energy of reverence. Now, whether or not your person's going to reach out or take action is not guaranteed, but what is clear is that you know, this isn't something shallow or surface level for your person. They are learning their lessons, whatever lessons they might have needed to learn in regards to this connection. They're grieving, and in some way they are actually shifting and changing. So with the dominant energy reflecting, being reflected by grief here, your person, yes, they are moving through the emotional process of grieving, not necessarily because of a physical loss, although that could be there, right? This can speak of an actual death, and it can be more than one death that your person is grieving, but this is specifically talking about your guys' connection. There's an ending here that your person is allowing themselves to actually feel, okay? I'm not picking up on avoidance here. I'm not picking up on running away. At least in the energy that we're in right now, your person is actually surrendering to the process of grieving, which is actually really good. You know, this could be due to some kind of a disconnection or a rupture in your guys' bond. And it could be that your person is only now allowing themselves to process what they have possibly been suppressing up until this point, especially if they have previously avoided facing the truth of this connection and their role in possibly the breakdown of your guys' connection and bond. The presence of grief also indicates that you have been a very deeply meaningful influence to your person, because, you know, people don't grieve what doesn't matter to them. Yeah, and with the number 22 being here, that's a master number, and so your person really is just allowing themselves, you know, they're being carried through this process spiritually, whether they, you know, are spiritual or not. They are being, it feels like maybe even divinely guided to go through the actual process of grieving in a way that is constructive. So with the Page of Cups showing up in the reverse, your person may feel unequipped or maybe immature to face the depth of the connection that they have with you. That might be where some of that regret is coming through that I'm picking up on. This can talk about an apology that was never, I'm hearing, sent. So your person may have written up some kind of a message to you, pile one, that they never actually sent. This could also just be, again, them failing to, you know, express how they are truly feeling, keeping their thoughts and their feelings and their emotions to themselves and not letting them out, not speaking them freely, not feeling like they can speak them freely. or, you know, that could also possibly talk about them having ghosted or just withdrawing from this connection rather than opening up, like choosing to, you know, close down, shut down, rather than allowing you to have full access to their heart, okay? The Page of Cups in the reverse can talk about emotional avoidance. It can also point to some kind of an inner wounding, possibly related to childhood trauma or some kind of fear of vulnerability. It can also reflect regret over not offering something to you, and, you know, not putting some kind of an offer on the table. With the cup energy here, that's, you know, an emotional offer. That's an offer that is tied to love and romance, even affection. Affection's being highlighted, not being more affectionate, maybe romantic with you. There's a lot of regret. There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas coming through in this energy here where your person's concerned. With the Seven of Pentacles showing up here, their overall energy and mood towards you, pile one, is they've been reflecting, okay? There is a sense of your person looking back over everything that was invested, everything that grew, everything that didn't grow, and questioning whether or not it was nurtured enough, whether it was nurtured properly. So, you know, this is the Seven of Pentacles. That's not your person, you know, like acting impulsively. They are in a very still, almost suspended energy of contemplation. Again, there's the Hanged Man energy coming through with that. You know, this could also talk about your person feeling like maybe they waited too long to make a move, or they waited too long to give something meaningful back to you into this connection. I'm hearing I'm hearing your person saying, did I do enough? Or maybe I didn't do enough. For some of them, they might be thinking maybe they did too much, okay? Again, it's a general reading, so take what resonates. However it may fit your guys' dynamic. With the Nine of Swords in the reverse, again, you know, this is showing that they are starting to emerge from a time of high anxiety. You know, they might be working to release guilt or some kind of intrusive thoughts. They might be working, trying to forgive themselves. There's a lot of about forgiveness and apologies coming through. And your person also may be feeling like they need to allow themselves to forgive themselves for maybe not making moves, or maybe acting out of a wound they didn't know they had or knew how to heal. But it hasn't been, this process is not easy on your person. It has not been easy up until this point. Some of the fog is starting to lift a little bit as your person does allow, you know, the process of grieving to, you know, naturally unfold. But there is still some residue of pain that they're still in the process of making peace with, okay? So this is speaking of like emotional rehabilitation, but not quite resolution, not yet anyway. They're in the process of that. And so, you know, your person could be saying to themselves something along the lines of, you know, I know I caused pain. I'm not proud of it. I'm thinking about it constantly. It's been on my mind, but I still don't know how to fix it. And that's part of like what they're trying to release and let go. You know, regrets. There's a lot of regret coming through in your person's energy about how things went down in this connection. So with Malachite coming through intuitively. Now, even though, like you guys, you know, the citrine stone, that's what you guys were intuitively drawn to, and citrine was also intuitively drawn to this pile. But the fact that we have malachite, you know, the more that your person is able to process through this grieving process, they will at some point in time finally tap back into that inner joy. That I'm hearing wisdom too, that inner joy, that inner wisdom. But malachite is a stone of deep heart healing. It is a stone of shadow work and emotional alchemy. It's very protective. It also amplifies pain that needs to be acknowledged before it can be transmuted. So maybe the reason why malachite is coming through energetically, popping in behind, Yeah, I feel like, you know, citrine and malachite, it's like it's the energies of both are working together, because malachite, you know, that's kind of on par, not quite moldavite, but man, right? And if all of this pain and all of this wounding is being pushed to the forefront of your person's mind, there's a counteract that needs to happen here. And so, you know, because your person can only swim for so long, right? And they need to be able to rest, come to the surface and breathe. And that's kind of like what's going on with citrine here. Your person, if it wasn't for citrine, they would be drowning in depression. And they might be, but you know, there is an energy here of your person. I feel like they're being supported some way, shape or form, at least energetically. And that is how the grieving process happens, right? Your subconscious, the divine, all of it knows what you're capable of, you know, releasing all at once. And then, you know, you'll be allowed to come to the surface. You can breathe easy again, and, you know, you can feel some more relief, some calm, all that stuff before the next bout comes up, right? Because grief can be, it can rock, right? It can rock the nervous system. And a lot of the times, if there is unprocessed grief from maybe things that are not even connected to what's happening in the present moment, or even with present circumstances, it can pull out old wounds from like childhood, with the Page of Cups in the reverse here. Okay, so yeah, your person's going through it, pile one. Yeah, and you know, some of this is, some of it, or even all of it, is due to what they're, you know, dealing with you. But with grief coming out overall with what your person's you know, there could just be a lot in your life, in your person's life, including this connection that they're having to, you know, grieve the loss of. Okay, let's go move on. Pile one's person, your honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile one, please. This feels like a dark night of the soul that your person's going through. Very dark night of the soul. But as they are surrendering and succumbing to it, you know, they are processing all of that out of their system. They're getting it out of their nervous system so that they can continue to function. Because the kind of energy that's coming out here, you guys, it's very potent. The fact that we have citrine and malachite coming through, this is the kind of stress that if it's maintained, it could, you know, unalive somebody, if you know what I mean. Okay, not necessarily talking about intentional unaliving, but it's just talking about just stress, you know, that can cause serious, I'm hearing heart conditions, palpitations. Okay, chronic stress is, but the level of stress that this is talking about could potentially, you know, it could be life-threatening. So it's a good thing that your person is allowing themselves to grieve, to actually go through the grieving process, because if not, all of that pain, all of that stress is just, you know, it's hijacking your person's nervous system. And that kind of stress can only be handled by the body for so long before things just start to shut down. All right. Whew, man. Okay, pile one's person. Thoughts and feelings towards pile one. Pile one's person's thoughts and feelings towards pile one. Got wound mates. Okay, so your person, they're saying, I'm not avoiding you, I just need more time. We also have wound mates. Okay, so yes, your person's being very triggered. But the fact that this is coming out as their honest thoughts and feelings towards you, there is some way, shape, or form that their connection with you, or even you directly, are triggering your person some way, okay? You are, or this connection is some way triggering, contributing to this overall grief that your person is feeling, okay? Overall thoughts and feelings, honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile one at this time right now. Aw. You're my peaceful escape and my happy place. Let's get the last three out and see what's going on here. that could be coming through in the energy of like when things were good between you two, they were really good, right? And that might be why your person could be grieving the loss of this connection so much, because if they see you as their happy place and the two of you are no longer together, you're not having anything to do with each other, whatever the case may be, right? If you're their happy place and the two of you are not in good standing, you're not talking, it's like their happy place left, right? Your person might be feeling exiled from that happy place. There is kind of like an energy of maybe your person seeing you in this connection as the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Eden, and your person feeling like they've been kicked out of it or they have no more access to it. Okay, let's get a few more. Pile one's person overall, the real true thoughts and feelings towards pile one in the connection right now. Honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile one in the connection right now. Let's get a couple more. Honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile one in the connection right now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's what, okay, so we have Let's Do This came out, and then the next card that's out here says sticking to your boundaries equals mad respect for you. So, yeah, regardless of who did what, who walked away, who didn't walk away, whatever the case may be, you did, for whatever reason, you put boundaries up, right? And your person may even be feeling like they have been locked out of the garden, like they no longer have access to the happy place that has been you in this connection. And they do respect you for that. So the fact that your person is saying that they respect you for sticking to your boundaries is, again, with this energy over here, your person is taking personal responsibility and accountability for their role in the breakdown of this connection. For a lot of you, that's what it feels like it is. There's been a breakdown in some way, shape, or form in this connection, and your person is saying, especially with sticking to your boundaries down here, they're kind of saying like, yeah, I deserve that. I see why, you know, pile one is responding to me in the way that they are. You know, your person may even be like, I messed up, right? Your person may even be actually owning up to the fact that they may have messed up, for those of you where that resonates. That's where that forgiveness is coming in, because I do feel like your person may have been really good. They might just overall be really good at beating themselves up, and they're trying to make peace with their past and your guys' past, and, you know, with the ways that they messed up. Maybe some of the ways that they've, you know, mistreated you, maybe even past some points of no return, things like that, okay? One more. Honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile one in the connection right now. Okay, so your person is wanting you to know, pile one, that they do honestly love you. They do, but there's something they're not able to do anymore. That could be just them like beating themselves up. It could just be talking about maybe this connection. We have I'm not ready at the back of the deck. We'll see how all of this is factoring in. Let's see. What are we going to look at here? Let's see. I'm not avoiding you. I just need more time. For what? Your person is really trying to find themselves again, or maybe try to find themselves, just period. At the core, your person is a King of Wands, and they could be a fire energy, or they could just have a lot of fire in their chart, or they could just be somebody that's very passionate, very alive, very charismatic, have a lot of energy and vitality. That feels like that's what they're trying to get back to, okay? The King of Wands is also an energy of taking action. Not just action, but taking aligned action. So this is letting you know, pile one, that there is some kind of an action that your person is wanting to take towards you. There is some kind of a move that your person is wanting to take towards you and towards this connection. But they might be feeling like it's better for them at this point in time anyway to just maybe leave you in this connection alone. until they have recentered into the core essence of who they truly are. They may have been operating out of a wound up until this point. You know, and you know, when you're operating out of a wound, I mean, that can mess some stuff up. Wounds very much can screw up, you know, the dynamics of a connection, very much so. Tell me more about wound mates. Ooh, there's a lot that's wanting to be said about wound mates. Yeah, okay, so we have the Chariot in the reverse, we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we have the Nine of Wands showing up in the reverse. This is heavy on trying to surrender to the process here. This is all pointing back to that grief. Yeah, so this connection may have very much triggered wounds in both of you, okay? And with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, this is your person like letting go, like the void is calling your person, right? And that is so uncomfortable to just let yourself fall into, but that does feel like what your person is doing. Your person with the Nine of Wands, it's like they're giving up the fight. They may, whatever fight that might be. And with the Chariot in the reverse, that's stopped growth. That's stopping in your tracks. That's not forward moving progress. Again, but with all the other energies that are coming out here, you know, your person is allowing themselves basically to learn from their mistakes, okay? They could be working with someone that might be walking them through the grieving process some way, shape, or form, but whatever work they might be doing is actually working. It's actually constructive. It is helping your person to get back to the core of who and what they really are. Let's see, let's do this. What's that's all about? What's this action that you're, oh, wow, okay, a conversation. Yeah, there's a conversation your person is wanting to talk about, but the Ace of Swords can also talk about breaking through. So let's find out. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. There's that. Okay, yeah. This is more or less, is this connected to pile one at all, or is this talking about just pile one's person's journey here? I just saw the Three of Swords. Hold on, let me... Oh my God, there's a lot popping out of your person's energy right now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is, okay, so this does involve you. There is something that your person is wanting to talk to you about, okay? But they're not going to broach that subject or maybe bring it up, you know, until they're feeling more aligned. Your person is, whether they are putting it or understand it in this sense, what your person is saying is basically they don't want to speak to you from the wound. Okay, they don't want to take action towards you from the wound because they understand, like, in some way they're understanding. What's that? That saying? It's like doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is like insanity. It's something like that. Your person is understanding something has to really change here. And your person is so open to some kind of a breakthrough that's going to bring them back to who they really are, so that they know that they're acting from a space that's very aligned and not coming from a space of fear. So, you know, there might be very much your person might be feeling drawn to maybe make amends with you. Heavy on apology energy, okay? That's one of the main things your person is wanting to talk to you about. What they're wanting to make sure of, though, is that if the two of you are going to make amends and maybe reconcile, I haven't seen anything come out about reconciliation yet, okay? Maybe reconciliation is really going to hinge on however that conversation might be. And whether or not your person feels like maybe reconciliation for the two of you is actually something that is aligned, okay? Tell me about, let's see, I can't do this anymore. Why is that showing up? Oh, okay. Yeah, arguments, fights, conflict, drama, that's what they don't want, okay? So what they're saying with this last card here, it's like, I do honestly love you, pile one, but I can't do the drama anymore. I can't do the fighting. I'm hearing constant fighting, the bickering. The Five of Swords in the reverse, you know, is not, maybe not as cutthroat as it might be, or mean-spirited as if it came in the, you know, upright position. So there is love here, but I feel like maybe the two of you going at each other's throats are just, you know, really struggling to meet each other halfway, or not being able to get on the same page or something like that. Your person could be absolutely just maybe wanting or searching, wanting more peace, right, in their life. Tell me about I'm not ready, showing up at the back of the deck, please. Five of Swords again in the reverse. Yeah, they want to talk to you. They want a conversation. They may even, you know, desire some kind of a breakthrough when it comes to, you know, connection with you. But honestly, your person is kind of on the fence when it comes to reconciliation, because it's all hinging on whether or not you guys can land on the side where there's peace. That's it. That's what your person wants. They're saying, I cannot do the drama anymore. I don't want the drama. I'm not ready to talk to you until I know for sure that we're going to be able to have some kind of a conversation that's not going to end up in us like fighting, arguing, bickering, getting into another blowout again, something along those lines. All right, pile one. Yeah. All right, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If it resonated, do me a favor. Make sure you're smashing the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile one, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye. What is going on, pile two? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Michelle. All right. We are doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We're tapping in and channeling your person's true, real, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to you in this connection right now. This is one of those readings that I do every week, okay? Because people's thoughts and feelings, just really kind of depending on, you know, what they're dealing with in everyday life, they can shift and fluctuate. But just a little heads up, you guys, you know, if you're watching these on a weekly basis, you can really tell what your person's baseline is towards you, just depending on how the vast majority of the readings, how they go, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. Just keep in mind, it's a general reading. Whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. I have personal readings available if you would like for me to drop everybody else's energy and just solely really tap into you and your person's energy. All the booking details are found in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. I'm gonna be adding more, all right? There's a lot of readings that are just $25, so go check them out and see which ones fit your needs, okay? So you guys were drawn to the rough Amazonite. There's a lot of smoky quartz in this one. There might be something here about maybe needing to, something about clear communication, but with smoky quartz, like filtering out any kind of negativity. There might be something about clear communication, but it needs to be constructive, right? Speaking in a way or communicating in a way that doesn't automatically triggers someone else's walls or defenses to come up. Let's find out what their overall energy towards you in the connection. Oh, we got balance. Okay. Balance. Let's see. We also have, we got the Chariot. the Magician. Whoa. Oh, and the Ten of Pentacles. You guys, there's some energy here of your person possibly prepping to make some kind of a big move towards you and towards this connection, okay? This is their overall energy towards you and the connection at this time. Let's see what Balance has to say. Something about stabilization, okay, or wanting to act from a space of, you know, groundedness and centeredness. This is really good energy, though, you guys. Let's see, the card balances is, have you ever noticed how even on windy days, crows and other birds can stay perfectly positioned on a thin telephone wire? They seem almost unfazed or unbothered by the wind. When we are in balance, we meet external forces with our internal strength, given each space to exist in harmony. When balance appears, you may need to call upon your inner strength, as an approaching situation may test your ability to stay cool and composed. Just like the wind, it too will make its presence known and then move along. Balance may also appear when your daily schedule could use some reorganizing. Are you creating time for yourself, or is your day consumed with tasks and drain? There's a few things coming through here. This feels like something about poise, like your person positioning themselves, or maybe poising themselves to make some kind, to take some kind of a big move in your direction, okay? These energies here are huge combined with the Chariot, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles. We are going to delve in and see, you know, maybe what some of these energies could actually be pointing towards. This could also be speaking to maybe some kind of an external situation having presented itself, and your person is really kind of hunkering down and there's just an overall energy of your person not allowing whatever those external forces might be to like penetrate, kind of like your guys' bubble, right? Not letting anything or any kind of storms that are existing or coming at you or coming at this connection, like getting in the way of the connection or getting in your way itself. This could be your person also being very protective of you in this connection. With Amazonite coming through in communication, this could be your person trying to shield you in this connection from maybe like outside sources, outside opinions, outside gossip, things of that nature. So with Balance here, this can speak to internal composure amidst some kind of external pressure. Your person is currently striving to maintain some kind of emotional and mental balance regarding the connection with you. There could be some kind of tension, some kind of movement or incoming change happening around this connection, but rather than your person reacting impulsively, your person is holding steady, trying to meet whatever the situation is from a place of groundedness, a place of centeredness. Your person is seeking harmony between action and stillness. They're trying to figure out, okay, what's worth giving my energy to and what's worth just letting go. Okay. What do they put? Yeah. Okay, this is in no way, shape, or form passive energy. Whatever is happening between the two of you, or whatever might be coming at you guys in this connection, they're taking it seriously. It's almost like, you know, yeah, they might be seeing it as a threat, but whatever action your person takes is not going to come from a space of like chaos or fear, anything like that. Your person is choosing to remain poised and balanced in this energy, not getting in their feelings so much as, you know, acting from a space of like, okay, what's the best road or path to take? What deserves my attention and focus and what doesn't? Balance can also point to your person reevaluating how they have been managing their own time and energy when it comes to this connection, and you, pile 2. Your person could be realizing that they've either been too consumed by other responsibilities or possibly too emotionally scattered to truly show up in a stable way. Whatever the case may be, it is something they're in the process of working to correct, okay? They are, if there is any kind of imbalance happening in this connection, your person is actively trying to restore that balance. This is a very proactive energy. With the Chariot here, this could be signaling some kind of determination or focus, some kind of movement forward, but with discipline. It's not reckless. This is calculated. And this is showing that your person is wanting to steer things purposefully, not leave things up to chance, okay? This is not your person just like being passive when it comes to this connection. With the Magician here, your person is feeling very empowered when it comes to you in the connection right now. The Magician says that your person feels like they have what they need to make this work on every front, mentally, emotionally, materially, energetically, all that good stuff. If there was any kind of an unsure, unsafe energy coming through that your person may have been in, they're now stepping into a mindset of, I can do this. I have the resources to follow through, your person is saying. This can indicate they might actually be manifesting or planning or preparing behind the scenes to take some kind of intentional step towards union or reconnection. For those of you where maybe, you know, reconciliation resonates. If not, then it's just, you know, moving towards this 10 of Pentacles energy with you guys, all right? This is big, you guys. The 10 of Pentacles is big. The 10 of Pentacles speaks to long-term stability. It speaks to home and legacy and, you know, building a life together. And in the context of your person's mood and energy towards you in this connection, it suggests that your person sees you as somebody they could, you know, build a real future with, a future that's abundant and secure and lasting. And so your person's in the process of balancing their inner world in preparation to take some kind of aligned action from a place of personal empowerment and resourcefulness towards some kind of a lasting, grounded future with you, pile 2. This is gorgeous, gorgeous energy. So, you know, overall, your person is in the process of internally stabilizing themselves to move with some kind of intention here. They are feeling a very strong pull towards forward momentum in this connection, moving things forward. That's the overall energy. Your person is wanting to move things forward with you in this connection towards a 10 of Pentacles, okay? That could include marriage, living together. That's that kind of a life, okay? You know, and that's maybe why you know, Amazonite was intuitively picked for this pile, because this, you know, what they might want to do is actually talk to you about it, but they want to make sure that it's coming from a very grounded space. You know, not saying that they are against having feelings about things, but they want to make sure that there's also logic and reasoning, right, that's coming through in that energy. All right, let's see. Well, I'm gonna find out what their honest, true thoughts and feelings are towards you now. Pile 2's persons. Honest, real thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 right now. Honest, real thoughts and feelings towards pile 2. Oh, I need you and I miss you. Ooh, this is such a good energy, you guys. I love these kinds of readings. So, I mean, you know, if your person is missing you, this is obviously going to be speaking to those of you. Most of you that are tuning in are in separation, or just you're not on the same page, or there's just something's amiss in the connection, right? And so, yeah, with balance here, this is your person actively working to, you know, either restabilize themselves or restabilize the connection, okay? But this is why your person is like, I need you and I miss you. You are a very, very, very important person in your person's life. This is how they see you, okay? This is their honest thoughts and feelings towards you. For a lot of you, they can't see their life without you. They can't see living a future without you. I'm not picking up on any codependency here. This is just your person, you know, recognizing like you're very important to them, right? It's not, so I'm not necessarily picking up on an energy where your person is like clingy or anything like that. This is coming from a very grounded space. Your person is acknowledging and recognizing, I'm just, you know, I want to be with pile 2. Honest, true thoughts and feelings. Depression's kicking my ass. Oh, let's see what's going on here. If you guys are separated, it's not like they're having a grand old time, okay? For some of you, if, you know, if this is a breakup, the breakup itself may have acted as a reckoning in your person's energy, you know, so it's serving its purpose. Or it is having an effect on your person mentally and emotionally. Okay, we have happy, actually what's, we have wishing I was with you now, okay? Yeah, and that coupled with I need you and I miss you, yeah, okay? But at the other side, because this is coming out sideways, we also have happy where I'm at. And we'll see what's going on with that, okay? Because both apply. Let's get a few more honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 right now. Ooh, okay, that may have been the problem. I care too much what other people think. Yeah, because I was picking up on maybe outside opinions, outside whatever, gossip. That could be what your person is working on, trying to stabilize. Working on not caring so much what other people think, but the fact that it did come out this way, because of the other flip side, that what could have come out is, as long as you love me and we're happy, who cares what they think? But that's not what came out. Your person is still struggling with caring too much what other people think, okay? They could also be kind of in the background, maybe putting out any fires, you know, especially if there is outside opinion towards this connection coming from other people in their life that they really love and care about. They might be trying, you know, in the interim to, I don't know, maybe change other people's thoughts and feelings and opinions on, you know, you in this connection, where that's even possible, right? They might be working to correct other people's thoughts and opinions on you in this connection. Get a couple more. And we have you make me feel like royalty, okay? A king, queen, royalty. And then we have I want this more than you know. But this is shifting energy as well, because on the other side of that it says I don't know what I want. At the bottom of the deck it says I'm not avoiding you, I just need more time. Yeah, many of you are in separation, not talking to your person. And your person's missing you, okay? That being the case, your person's missing you. Your person does want reconciliation, pile 2. They do want reconnection. They don't like the feeling of not being connected to you. And they are actively at work trying to reconcile the parts within this connection, and maybe even outside of it, that aren't working together, okay? They're trying to stabilize energies here. Let me find out what's going on with Let's look at the root of depression is kicking my ass. Tell me more about that, Pile 2's person. Ooh, they might be feeling some kind of guilt for mishandling your energy. Wow. Because we got the Queen of Wands showing up in the reverse with the Empress in the upright position. There's another energy coming through too. This is very specific, okay? So if this is not resonating, just, you know, drop it, okay? This could be for those of you where there might be like a mother energy involved. What's coming through is two separate people with this. This is the specifics, right? Again, if this doesn't resonate, just hold on. There's other messages coming through. There's two feminines here, okay, that might be clashing. And what your person is saying is that you have a Queen of Wands here that maybe your person, you know, hasn't really been... Oh, God, there's so many different energies coming through. Okay, shit. Hopefully I can remember all of the situations. Okay, the first situation is there's a Queen of Wands energy, a fire energy, somebody that could be, you know, your person could be very attractive to. This could be you, right, Pile 2? And them not giving you your flowers because they're too overly concerned about what a mother figure in their life is thinking about you and the connection. Okay, there's an Empress energy getting in the way. That could be the mother of their kids, that could be their actual mother, that could be a divine feminine in your person's life whose opinion they very much care about. Okay, that's one of them. It could also be speaking of another person, you know, another scenario could be like the Empress could be you, Pile 2, and there's a third party here that maybe your person had some kind of a connection with at some point in the past that they're no longer attracted to. But there's some kind of division here, and it's this dynamic that's causing some kind of like headache or depression with your person, because there's almost a feeling here of these two, your person wanting these two energies to get along and they don't. Okay, so put that wherever your situation is at, put that where, you know, it sees fit. But there may be someone, you know, there's two divine feminines here that feel like maybe they're in some kind of conflict, like they're not getting along, and your person wanting the two of you to, like, you know, make amends or find some way to get along or something. But the fact that this is clarifying depression is kicking my ass, this is your person maybe even settling within themselves that that's just not going to happen. There's a possibility that two very important people in their life, for whatever reason, okay, could be an ex, could be a baby parent, could be, you know, a parent of, you know, your person's kids, or whatever the case may be. Two energies here are clashing, and this feels like something that really should and maybe even needs to be resolved, but it's just not happening. And your person almost feeling hopeless, like there may not be any way for these two divine feminines, you know, to actually get along. All right. For those of you where neither of those resonate, let's see what the overall general energy for depression is kicking my ass can be. What's the overall general energy? That was specific. There's an energy here through two of someone just not, somebody very important to your person, or just a very, you know, another like central key figure in your person's life just not agreeing with, you know, you or your person's connection with you. That's coming through. Something having to do with somebody's defenses needing to come down, but maybe they're not. Somebody is way too defensive when it comes to this connection. There's an overall energy of someone, or maybe even multiple people, not not agreeing with you and your person being together for whatever reason. And it is, it's affecting your person very much so, okay? Tell me about this card here. It says, wishing I was with you now. Tell me about happy where I'm at. What's that all about? The Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, for the vast majority of you, at least in the context of, you know, clarifying happy where I'm at, the Queen of Wands is not, in the reverse, is not you. This is speaking to somebody else in the connection. Okay, let me draw back first and talk about the general energy that's coming through. This is your person's comfort zone. They're not really happy there. What's coming through is like, I'm comfortable here, right? This can be speaking more of what your person is trying to balance out. That may be why this card is showing up in a way that's like shifting. They may have been. Yeah, that's the vast majority for what is coming through with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, clarifying happy where I'm at. That's a comfort zone. They're not really happy, but they're comfortable. That could be speaking about the third party showing up with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in the reverse may not be anybody really that you're, like, your person's not really feeling the chemistry with that person. They may not even really be all that attracted to them, but something about that connection just works. Again, that's really specific, okay? For those of you in a third-party triangle, then what this card here on its side is saying, it's like, yeah, they might be with whoever this third party is, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, but they're wishing they're with you, okay? Again, that's very specific. If that doesn't resonate, just drop it. The overall energy is here, though, whether there's a third-party dynamic active in your connection or not. Your person is wishing they were with you, regardless of who they're with or what they might be doing. They do wish they were with you, but there is an energy of maybe your person having allowed some kind of a comfort zone to keep them away from you in this connection. Okay. I care about what other people think. We kind of already touched on that, but I do want to see what the cards have to say in terms of clarifying it. Ooh, I'm telling you, whoever this person or these people are, have some kind of power or some kind of influence in your person's life that could really hurt them, okay? That's why they care so much about what that person or what a specific group of people think, because those people, for whatever reason, have the ability to really hurt your person. With the Ten of Wands here, no, I'm sorry, the Ten of Swords. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords here. Again, this could be tied to children. This could be child support coming through. This feels like somebody who is very immature, coming for your person. Somebody that may not, so your connection with your person could have signaled the ending, or could possibly signal or could cause the ending of another connection, and whoever the ending of that third party connection, like, it's gonna cause potential hell for your person. Like, there's gonna be hell to pay when it comes to, again, another fire energy coming up. Okay, I don't want to say your person, it's not necessarily that they're scared, but they are very intimidated by some kind of influence somebody else in their life holds over them, okay? And unfortunately, that is in some way, shape, or form having an impact on your guys' connection. Let's see, what do we have? With I want this, so this came out favoring I want this more than you know, but we do have I don't know what I want on the other side. So your person knows what they want. They want connection with you. They want movement and progress and forward moving momentum with you in this connection, but there is something there's some high stakes here that your person is trying as hard as they can to try to find like a solution that works for everybody. But it almost feels like an ultimatum is being presented to your person, whether that ultimatum is being spoken or not. All right, tell me, I want this more than you know. Tell me more about that. Oh, this could be maybe a divorce, right? They could want somebody to move out. Again, we're getting a little bit into specifics, okay? This could be, they might be wanting harmony, but they're just, you know, with the Four of Wands coming out in the reverse, your person doesn't have high hopes for that happening here. Largely what's coming out here is your person wishing there's you, and then there might be one, or, you know, at least one other person in your person's life that's like, I just wish the two of them could get along. But it's not happening. But very specifically, with the Four of Wands in the reverse coming out like I want this more than you know, it's like literally that could mean I want, you know, this person to be okay with divorcing me. I want this person to be okay with just walking away and, you know, letting me be happy elsewhere. I want this person to, you know, move out or not come around. You know, this could also carry the energy of maybe somebody that just, you know, a third party that just pops up and just causes mayhem. You know, just no personal boundaries and stuff like that, okay? Heavy on the third party energy coming through in this reading. But again, it's a general, so, you know, take what fits, okay? We are going to clarify. Let's see, I'm not avoiding you. I just need more time. Why is that on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, they're working through it. A lot of stress, a lot of overwhelm that your person is working through. Now, the reason why this is at the bottom of the deck is because that's when they are going to like reach out. That's when they're going to reconnect with you. There's, yes, I love the energy that they're currently in towards you over here, but there is some stress, some overwhelm. There's something that some kind of work, whether it's actual work or just, you know, some kind of stress and overwhelm your person's working through. There's a lot of energies here of your person working in the background trying to get things ready so that they can move things forward with you in this connection. But there seems to be some kind of opposition to that happening, okay? Feels very largely third party-ish. Doesn't always have to be an actual person, right? But for many of you, that is the energy that's coming through. All right, pile 2, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it did, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. You know, share some tea if you want to, okay? I love it when people share, you know, details and stuff. It just does something for me as a reader. Okay, hit the subscribe button to become part of the family if you haven't already done so. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement, and I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, pile 2. What's going on, pile 3? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another Pick a Card Love reading, tapping in and channeling your person's true, honest thoughts and feelings towards you and the connection at this point in time. It's one of the readings that I do on a weekly basis because people's, you know, mood and energy can change just depending on, you know, what's going on with them. But just a, you know, just a heads up, whatever the overall energy is, like if you're watching a lot of Pick a Card readings like this and most of the energy is good, right? Or on the flip side, most of the energy may not be so good. It could be indifferent. Whatever most of the energy is that you're watching, that's pretty much your person's baseline when it comes to you. So if every now and again you come across a reading that isn't like, it kind of resonates, but it's like, oh, what happened, you know? That could just be your person in a funk, right? Just keep that in mind. So yeah, this is a general, you know the deal. Whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating or just not really quite landing, just drop it and leave that behind for whomever it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, so go check them out, you guys. Okay, let's see. You guys were drawn to, let's see, the pink tourmaline in quartz. So this could be representing like your person's energy. They might have a soft energy or a warm energy towards you right now. I'm also hearing if they were hardened towards you for whatever reason at any point in time, it's like that energy is softening, like their heart may be softening towards you. Okay, let's see what we got going on though for their overall energy. Okay, we have Knight with the number 33, so that's a master number. We also have the Three of Pentacles, which can talk about maybe a desire to want to work together or collaborate, or to, you know, kind of find a middle ground or get on the same page with each other. But the Three of Pentacles can talk about a shared vision, a shared project, a shared end goal, and wanting to actually work together with you on that for their overall mood and energy towards you. We also have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. There's depth here. Depth, okay? Not death, depth. When it comes to your person's overall mood and energy, because we got the emotions here with the Six of Cups. You know, that's sweet. That's nostalgic. That can also talk about, you know, good memories, and maybe even I'm hearing like your person might be feeding off of those good memories, thriving, I'm hearing, off of the good memories. And then with the Ace of Wands, that's like a spark of passion, or maybe even a desire to maybe want to spark something up again between the two of you. Okay, yeah. For many of you, you might be in separation from your person with, you know, the Knight card coming out here. With this energy that's coming out, your person, that might be when they think back to this connection with you, is at night when things get really still. But the fact that we have the clarifying cards coming out first with the Three of Pentacles, this is your person desiring to want to work together towards some kind of a shared goal or a shared vision with you. Okay, maybe wanting to get together and have like a conversation about whatever that shared goal, if there isn't one. This does feel like maybe your person wanting to figure out like, okay, what is something mutual that Pile 3 and I can work together towards? Shared interests, shared goals. It's that kind of an energy. Let's see what the book has to say about Knight. All right, the book says, it is here that all the chatter, all the noise, all the action of the day subsides and quiet returns. Night creates a space to contemplate the day as a whole. What event had the most significant impact and will help you grow? Oh, okay. Hold on. I am really picking up like their overall mood and energy towards you. Pile 3 is wanting to work things out. So for many of you, this is an energy coming through of you guys being in separation, or there being some kind of discord in the connection, whether you're broken up or not, okay? Six of Cups here, you know, that can speak of you guys having history and maybe wanting to return things back to the way that they were, or maybe rediscovering the Six of Cups energy in your guys' connection again. You know, the Ace of Wands in this context is really kind of carrying like a renewal energy, restorative energy, but it's coming through in a sense of something that the two of you can figure out together to work towards, that can spark the passion, spark the desire in the connection. It's still there, right? The spark is still there, but figuring out what you guys can do maybe on a daily basis that can not only keep that spark alive, but actually ignite it, right? There's a lot of love and like genuine, this is sweet, especially with the pink tourmaline and quartz here. This is a very sweet, nostalgic energy that your person is in towards you. And with the part here, it says, what event had the most significant impact and will help you grow? Like maybe your person looking to your guys' past and history and being like, okay, where was it in our past where we were the most happiest, and is there anything there that maybe we can carry forward into the present moment to, you know, work together to spark a common shared interest, you know, that to reignite things again. There is a desire coming through in your person's energy pile 3 of wanting to reignite something between you again. This doesn't feel for temporary purposes though. This feels like, okay, this is an end goal here. Let's work on this together. Like, let's work on finding or rediscovering that sweet spot in our relationship together, right? Something like that. The book continues on to say, are there events such as petty squabbles that serve you little and that can be released into the dark? Night brings to your awareness your sleep hygiene. The ability to get a solid 8 hours of sleep has been proven to not only help your mood, but also improve your health. Both dementia and heart disease are linked to lack of sleep. Do you practice healthy sleeping habits? Are your nights filled with restorative sleep, or does your racing mind keep you awake? When the night card appears, you may need to focus on creating a healthy bedtime routine. Okay, already got with that from that what I needed. Let me tap into the overall energy though that's coming through with these cards. All right, so the main spread is, it's speaking to stillness, it's speaking to reflection, rest, maybe even subconscious processing. So your person's overall mood and energy towards you, pile 3, and the connection overall right now, it just, their energy might be feeling to you, it may be feeling very quiet. There is kind of an energy of your person maybe withdrawing into themselves. They may even be feeling like somewhat emotionally tender. I'm hearing soft spot. They got a soft spot, and they have a soft spot in their heart and in their soul for you. They haven't moved into action mode yet. They're still in the processing phase, maybe still reflecting deeply on what this connection means to them, what role it's playing in their life, and how they feel about it, or just about everything beneath any kind of surface noise. I'm not getting the energies of avoidance or detachment here. This feels more like your person maybe digesting everything, really thinking about everything, mulling things over. They're looking at maybe some of the things, some of the things that have been said, things that have been done, maybe what impact you in this connection has had on them, maybe even the impact that the absence of you in this connection has had on them. With the Knight card here, they could actually be dreaming of you. Or that could also be talking about, that's when your energy is the strongest for them, is at night when they are, still and alone. For those of you where that resonates, if there's no third-party energies. We'll see what's coming out with their actual thoughts and feelings here in a minute. With the Three of Pentacles here, again, that's a desire for your partner, like they're wanting to partner with you. So like partnership, collaboration, building something together of value. Even if they have been quiet or distant, they see you as someone that can be a part of their team. They see you as someone they respect, someone they can learn from, maybe even somebody they want to grow with. And with the other cards here, that's really what that feels like. They want to grow with you, right? They want to grow with you in this connection. They want this connection to grow. They could be working quietly in the background, though, trying to figure out how to build or rebuild this connection with you on a more stable ground. The energy that's coming through with the Six of Cups, I don't know why I can't talk. Your person may have a hard time like getting their words out sometimes. They might be nervous when it comes to talking to you. But with the Six of Cups here, you know, your person's missing you. They're reminiscing, you know, they're revisiting sweet memories. This can also indicate, you know, a soul level connection, even a past life connection. Your person can feel like something about you in this connection just feels very familiar, maybe even meant to be. Definitely something about this Six of Cups energy feels very innocent and pure, okay? So, I mean, you know, also the energy that's coming through with the Six of Cups, like their overall mood and energy towards you, pile 3, they could see you as a happy space, or this connection could just be like a happy place for your person. In combination though with these other cards in this Knight card, this is letting you know, pile 3, this isn't just something they're reminiscing. They're actually feeling this. They're tapping into their feelings for you and the connection they have with you, okay? Very much feeling, you know, the essence of these memories deeply in solitude when they're by themselves. I'm hearing you're not being forgotten, okay? So for those of you in separation and you're not hearing from this person, it's not because they forgot about you. That's not it at all. With the Ace of Wands, so there's still desire here, right? There may even be some kind of a sexual urge. But I mean, the Ace of Wands in and of itself, fire is creative, right? Again, they're wanting to spark some kind of inspiration within you and within this connection, maybe to get things moving again, okay? But your person is really trying to zero in on what's a shared interest or a shared goal that you guys can work towards together, okay? But the attraction and the romantic and sexual attraction and desire is still there for you, pile 3. For those of you where you might question that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get these moved over, and then we're going to go right into their thoughts and feelings for you. Pile 3's person, your honest, true thoughts and feelings towards pile 3. Yeah, I'm hearing to let you guys know that a lot of this processing is happening quietly. So, I mean, even though there's also a message coming through pile 3, just because things don't look, just because it doesn't look like anything's happening where your eyes or your body can sense it and feel it and touch it and all that stuff, that doesn't mean that there isn't a lot of energy happening in the background, okay? Your person's thinking about you quite a bit. And there's still a desire that your person has towards you and towards this connection to want to work something out, okay, together. Mutual. I'm hearing they want it to be mutual. All right, pile 3's person. True, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 3 right now, please. Okay, so we have healing core wounds to get and stay sober, okay? That came out, though, with do we have to get married, okay? I'm going to actually have those come out. I'm going to put those as one combined energy. So let's see, let's get more. Pile 3's person. We have I'll do whatever it takes to win you back, but that came out with I don't know what I want. Okay, so that's letting you know your person they're up for the task of getting you back, restoring things between the two of you. They're just lost on how to do that, and whether or not they have the ability to do that. I'll look more into that because that feels like there's a little bit of nuance there. Let's get a couple more. It says, I don't feel like I'm good enough for you. Okay, because I just heard them say, I don't know if I have what it takes. So they're willing to do whatever it takes. They just don't know if they have what it takes, okay? They're willing, they just don't know if they have the capability. It's that kind of an energy. So that might be why, because the energy that's coming through with this Knight card feels very like Nine of Swords, okay? Like something that's keeping your person up at night. They very much want to work with you on, and there is a very restorative energy that's coming through. Like your person is wanting to restore peace and balance in the connection with you. Maybe even restoring, because there's, I don't know if this is even a thing anymore, but back in the day, on computers, you could restore that computer to a past date, right? Whatever was on the computer at that point in time, if there was a saved set point, you could go back and restore the computer to that date. And that's what I'm being shown. There's almost something like your person wishing that they could go back in time and restore the connection to what it was back then, right? Maybe before some stuff got in the way. Let's get a couple more. Oh, that's way too many. Okay. Sticking to your boundaries equals mad respect for you, okay? So, if you put your foot down, pile 3, I don't know if maybe you were afraid that putting your foot down with your person was going to maybe make them like not want to be with you anymore. That's actually on the contrary. Your person actually respects you for standing up for yourself. They respect you for knowing your worth, and they respect you for putting them in their place. Even for, I'm hearing for some of them that may not have been an easy thing. That may not be easy for people to do. Your person may not be someone that can just easily be put in their place, but it's almost like mad respect for you, pile 3, because you did that, right? And the fact that your person is actually willing to work with, and they're willing to work with whatever your boundaries are. They're like, they're okay. They're like, all right, the only caveat that's coming up, and this may be what's contributing to your person being in that Nine of Swords energy, is they just don't know if they have it, right? They want to, I'll do whatever it takes to win you back. They just don't know if they have it. There might be some fundamental differences that your person is clocking. I don't know what those fundamental differences might be. There could be some pretty big obstacles in the way. Okay, you guys are going to know what all that is. And that, I feel like your person's bringing that up because that's exactly what they're saying. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do about that. I'm seeing a mountain, and your person is saying, like, if they had the ability to, like, uproot that mountain and get it out of the way, because a mountain is signaling some kind of, like, obstacle for you guys. And it's big, right? It's one of those elephants in the room, but they're showing me an actual fucking mountain. And they're like, that mountain is blocking your guys' ability to really work together and get things going again. And they're like, they want to get that mountain out of the way, but they don't know how. They don't even know if they can. But they're like, if I could, I would. Absolutely, they're saying, if I could, I would. Let's find out what is going on. Let's look at healing core wounds. Whatever that core wound is, that was definitely contributing to maybe your person's hesitancy or even resistance or even straight out refusal to move things forward in this connection. Okay, with do we have to get married though? Because the energy that comes through and the energy that I created that card with is like, your person saying like, I'm down, right, to have something more committed with you, maybe even something more exclusive, but there's a certain line in the sand that your person's not wanting to cross, okay? It could be living together, having kids together, getting married. It could be all of the above, right? But your person is saying in their energy, like, the reason why they have those not really deal breakers, but maybe those fears, right? A fear of getting married, living together, having kids together is stemming from some kind of a core wound that they are in the process of healing, okay? I'm hearing for a lot of you, they're thanking you for that. You may have pointed them in the direction of that wound somehow, or maybe, you know, you could have done it very indirectly. You could have very much have been a catalyst for your person's healing. You may have shown them some way, shape, or form that they have a wound to heal, right? Tell me about healing. I just heard dealing. Yes, they're dealing with it, okay? In a way that is actually constructive. So, because it does say healing core wound. So that wound is in the process of healing. Your person, some way, shape, or form, that wound is healing, okay? Tell me about healing core wounds here. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. That wound was making your person show up as a Knight of Swords in the reverse. Very reckless, very careless, very I don't give a shit kind of an attitude. I'm hearing that song. Oh my God. Is it by Big Sean? That song, I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. I just heard that, and that's the energy that was coming through with the Knight of Swords in the reverse. But they're healing that. So that's the kind of personality they were when they were active in that wound. They just didn't care. Very shut off emotionally, very I don't give a fuck kind of an attitude, very sucks to be you kind of a thing, right? This is definitely somebody that you did not want to cross when they got mad, okay? Very flippant, very blatant, just no filter, just didn't care. They didn't care about a filter. It's like I can use a filter, but I'm not going to, you know, that kind of an energy. But they're healing themselves so that they, you know, what they're going to be restoring themselves into is this King of Wands energy. And that King of Wands energy is somebody who, you know, when they do take action, it's very aligned, right? This King of Wands energy is somebody that is very charismatic, very well liked, maybe even very popular. So that's letting you know that as they are healing this wounding, they are going to be somebody that actually is very cognizant about reading the room, okay? Not necessarily, they're not moving into a territory of being like, okay, now they care too much about what other people, it's not like that, but there is more diplomacy coming through in this energy that your person's moving into, okay? A little bit more careful with their tongue, a little bit more careful with their communication, not because, I mean, just respect. It's respect, right? With respect coming down here, coming up here. Your person is merging into a very more matured version of themselves where, you know, they are going to be more expressive. They are going to be taking more aligned action. They are going to care a little bit more about, you know, whether or not they're hurting people's feelings or not, you know. And the other energies here too. This may be just talking about a general energy, but with you, I'm feeling like, you know, when it comes to you specifically, you know, they may not have ever really been in this Knight of Swords energy towards you in the reverse. I mean, they might have, I don't know. A very reckless energy though, not really caring about what other people think. You know what I mean? Just kind of doing whatever, like really out for themselves, out for number one, right? They're not caring who they got to step on to get to where they need to go, into this King of Wands in the upright position energy where it's like, you know, it's not so cutthroat. It's one of those energies where it's like, you know, what's going to work for, you know, the greater good, that kind of a thing. Let's see. Tell me more about, do we have to get married though? This may not have been something that they expressed to you. You may not even really know this, pile 3, that your person may have an actual fear of crossing that line of commitment, moving into the realm of living together, getting married, and actually creating a family. That might speak to their desire to want that, but actually following through is a whole other ball game. But let's see. How might this shift and change as pile 3's person continues healing the wound, if at all? I want to see if this is just a fear. I do have a feeling that it is, because it did come out with healing core wounds. But I mean, some people just have an overall preference, right? Because it's, you know, marriage doesn't, it can be just a preference, right? So let me see, is this their preference, or is that something that they secretly desire, but fear is hijacking, right? Okay, yeah, believe it or not, pile 3, there is an actual desire for, you know, marriage and living together in that tight-knit kind of a feeling, but it's being hijacked by fear right now. Okay, so that's letting you guys know, because it is a wounding that's driving that once they heal that core wounding, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable with the idea of marriage and living together and starting a family and having that tight-knit bond. Okay, tell me more about I don't know what I want. Oh. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Come on now. That, yeah, because that card did come out with, I'll do whatever it takes to win you back. Okay, so it's not so much that they don't know what they want. It's more or less the fact that they don't know if they can provide it. Okay, and it could be coming from your person being very aware of whatever their core wounds are. Look what came out, you guys. We got the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. They're both in the upright position. This is like happily ever after. This is marriage. This is living together. This is, that's all of it, right? Literally all of it. That's marriage, family, and living together. And that's what your person wants. They actually want it. What they don't know is, do they have the energetic resources to follow through and maintain it? That's the thing, is maintaining it, okay? But they want it, but there's more of a fear that's going against it than anything, okay? Yeah, and this is what's driving it. I don't know if I don't feel like I'm good enough for you, okay? They want those things with you because this is all about their energy, their thoughts and feelings towards you. They want that with you. They want kids, family, moving in together, marriage. They want all of that. But there may be some kind of a, like an abandonment wound kind of, you know, in the background. Fear. The fear is speaking against those things louder than their desire is speaking for them, okay? For those desires. Why is I don't feel like I'm good enough for you? Why is that here? And then we'll close your guys' reading. Oh, okay. Woo! Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Your person just doesn't feel like, this could be literal talking about finances. They don't feel like financially they're where they want to be. To get married, to have a family, like they could literally be looking at their bank balance and being like, I want to marry pile 3. I want a life with pile 3. I want to start a family with pile 3, but I got like $2 in my bank account. You know what I mean? And even if finances are not a problem, this could just be your person looking at themselves just energetically, like feeling like maybe they don't quite measure up to where you're at. This doesn't feel like, you know, you telling them who you are versus who they are. This just feels like them having made some kind of a comparison and they feel like they're coming up short. okay? Doesn't always come through, but with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, there might be some debts your person is under, like they feel like they need to pay off. There's just a lot that your person feels like maybe they're dealing with, or things that are getting in the way. Again, it's that mountain I'm seeing, okay? That mountain could be made up of debt, maybe even debts they owe you, okay? Debts aren't always financial, though that could be there, but maybe, you know, if they wronged you in some way, they could feel like they're in debt towards, you know, maybe making things right, but not knowing how. These are just some overall general energies coming through. I haven't seen anything actually come out karmically, but this is kind of where your person's at. They're in a Page of Pentacles energy in the reverse. When it comes to feeling like they're not good enough for you, they're not where they need to be in life, and maybe just overall and as an energy, they could see you. Let me see how they see you. The Moon in the reverse. Ooh, this is them thinking that maybe you see very clearly. They're not where they need to be, resourcefully, energetically, whatever the case may be. To meet you where you're at, okay? You know this. This is how they feel anyway with the Moon in the reverse. You already know this. Now, you may not be seeing it as you may not be seeing it as like it has nothing to do with their worth, but there might be something in the way that, like, they need to grow up. They need to mature. They need to evolve as an energy overall. And as they do that, their outer world, their finances, you know, their career, whatever they got going on, will start to align and what's that other word? Conform, right? But this is almost like, you know, this is somebody in kindergarten that's not quite, they haven't passed kindergarten yet, right? You might have already graduated and you're done and you're moving on in life, and this person is like, they can't seem, there's some lessons your person, they can't seem to like pass the test, right? With the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, they're not learning some key lessons here. They know that. They're saying that, like, they're not quite getting the memo, is that kind of an energy. All right, you guys, pile 3, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it did, do me a favor, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Don't forget about the subscription button. Do that to become part of the family, as well as the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Live reading. Bye, pile 3.